If you're looking to buy or sell your Madden Ultimate Team coins or in need of some training or specific players, power-ups or core elites, list goes on. Check out the coin sponsor MuttReserve.com for all your Madden Ultimate Team needs and use code Texas at checkout for 15% off. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Texas, and I've been hearing that a lot of you all have been struggling to knock out these Adrian Peterson NFL Epic Solo Challenges because for some reason, running the ball online is much easier than running the ball against the CPU. It makes no sense. It's almost like EA thinks there's Run D in the game, but they've only tested out Run D against all Madden CPU because they be out here in the gaps just preventing you from stopping it. The fact that safeties can stop the run better than like linebackers and linemen make no sense, but no matter who you have on your offensive line when it comes to playing these solo challenges, no matter what overall your team happens to be, they do a really good job of shutting you down. So I'm trying to help anybody that's trying to get these things done because you're missing out on a running back in Adrian Peterson, who I honestly think is a top 5 running back in Mutt. That's a hot take. Obviously, we got Zeke, you got Derrick Henry, you got Eddie George, you have all these other guys that we can name on this list. But number 1, Barry Sanders. Number 2, Warwick Dunn. Number 3, McCaffrey. And I think Adrian Peterson's 4 or 5. Just based off the fact he's free. Like, let's go look at his ratings so you guys see what I'm talking about. So yeah, look at this Adrian Peterson, man. 85 overall. He's 6'2", so he's not that 6'3", so he's gonna feel a lot more shifty or a lot more smoother than a guy like Derrick Henry or Eddie George at 6'3". He weighs 220. He is an 82 agility, 86 speed. He has a 78 change of direction, but I'm telling you right now, I do not notice that at all. Like occasionally with the cuts, when I'm trying to hold right trigger to like run, he'll do a weird like plant foot nonsense, but most running backs do that in the game, so no big deal. But 86 speed with 85 acceleration with the 84 trucking. But the fact that you get a guy out here for free that has these ratings is going to pay dividends because you can put that coin elsewhere. So instead of buying Ezekiel Elliott's 85 Elite, which is going for over like 70,000 coins, you can get Adrian Peterson, have this as your goal line back or your every down back, except for on passing downs because he can't catch anything really. He's not going to be, I mean, he'll catch passes, it's not going to be consistent enough for you to want to have him out here. But the fact that you get this guy and save like 70,000 coins instead of buying a Zeke, instead of buying Nick Chubb, instead of getting Derrick Henry, who's going for a lot more, this is well worth having. So if you can't get the solos done, my job here is to help you guys knock the solos out. And the first thing you guys need to do is change your playbook. So the reason why you need to change your playbook is because you need to have Wildcat as an option to be able to get these things done much easier. And I believe there are 3 playbooks in the game of Wildcat. We have the Steelers that have it, which is really weird because I don't ever recall them running Wildcat at all last year. We have the Tennessee Titans, which makes sense because they got the Derrick Henry out here running that. And apparently there's another one, but I have no idea which team that is. And so you get this playbook for right now, at least until Running Gun comes out in a couple of weeks. Now that our playbook's situated, you only need 40 stars to get Adrian Peterson. So there's no point to play all of these. Just go through and pick and choose which ones are easy. I did these ones that were easier to do. So this one's like score a rush touchdown this drive, so I ain't got to really get out here and get like big runs. 210 yards, that's a lot. I don't know why. Did I do that one? Why did I do that one? Why did I waste my time on that one? Break 4 tackles. I have no idea why I did that one. I was okay, whatever. That was a bad decision right there. But you want to just choose and see which ones are easier to do. That way, as I every time I make a video, this happens. But you want to pick and choose which ones are easier. That way you don't have to stress over getting these objectives, because nothing's more frustrating than when you go into a solo challenge. It's like, get this many yards done and it's a full game, or get this many yards done and get these other bonus objectives and you don't hit them at all and you only get 3 stars, because then you got to replay it or then move on, and it may end up costing you in the end. But fortunately for this, since they're all unlocked, you're able to just choose which ones. But for the hard ones, the Wildcat is going to get you through it. So we're going to go and do the first solo in this Adrian Peterson one, where it says score rush touchdown this drive, and then for a bonus star to get your 4 total stars, to not play all them solo challenges, you need to get 60 plus yards on the first play, which a lot of you guys are struggling with. Playing on All Pro, which is freaking tough. All Pro competitive is harder than head-to-head online, I swear to God. Now, you can get 60 yards easy if you luck out, obviously, but over a consistent big sample size, you running halfback dive to get that 60 yards. Like, here, I'm gonna try to run this dive with this Adrian Peterson. And let's see. I thought that guy was being blocked and he just trips me up, so I missed the goal. So you fail that, you gotta go back and restart the solo challenge, and it gets kind of tedious. So what I do is I run Wildcat just based off of the fact I can get a faster guy back here, sub in a wide receiver 1 or 2 back here. So if you have Tyreek Hill, you got Tyler Lockett, somebody with that type of speed, Why are you getting sold out, PS4? You can go in and sub him in at running back, pick the power play, and you can then be off to the races. So let's go ahead and hike the ball and get this touchdown right here, baby. Get those 60 yards. Okay, that happens sometimes, but you see that gap. You saw how big that gap was. I was gonna be gone if I didn't get tagged from behind because of bad blocking. All right, trying this again, flipping the play. Let's see if we get better blocking out here. The blocking is so bad this year, man, on the solo challenge. Online is so great, but in solos, it's so bad. I don't understand. It's two different games. But right here, bam, got it. And are we gonna be able to run this guy? Yes, we are. We're gone. We're gone. You're not catching me. You're not catching me. But yeah, much easier to get out here and run Wildcat on these solo challenges than to struggle running inside zone and hoping you break one free. Whereas with the Wildcat, the blocking is just above average, right? If they just don't go for impact blocks and they just hold on to their guys and drive them out of the way, you'll be able to get touchdowns just like that. But when they're out here trying to run into dudes like they're playing bumper cars, when two forces meet, there's supposed to be an equal and opposite reaction, right? That's kind of like physics 101. But in this solo challenge, your lineman runs into a guy, your lineman bounces back, and this guy just stays still. It doesn't make any sense. And so that's why these things are so hard. So get out here and run Wildcat, or if you're trying to do something a little bit different, if you don't want to go buy a new playbook, what also worked for me is something, let me show you, right? I run a wide receiver screen, and I typically, this formation's for wide receiver screens ass, because he doesn't go back that far. But I come up, oh my God, this game is wild. I do that, get the blocking, I just go. Because this should be a run play. You're not, did Deion Jones just catch me on foot race? But yeah, that can also work too if you guys can't get Wildcat to work. Doing the screen pass, stepping up, and then throwing the ball works perfectly. Just for some reason out of this particular screenplay, it does not let you move up the field right away. You have to do that, then you can go up, and then you can throw it backwards, and then you get the blocking, and then you can go ahead and try to score your touchdown. You guys are struggling to knock out these Adrian Peterson solos to get yourself the stars. This is exactly what I would recommend you guys do. Run the Wildcat, fastest guy wide receiver, fastest running back, whoever your fastest person on your team is, and make sure they're getting the ball, and you can go ahead and go to town. Now, it'll get much easier as the year progresses when we get the running gun playbook, because the running gun playbook has it to where you can have a tight end or a wide receiver throwing the blocking instead of the quarterback, Lamar Jackson. So the playbooks we have right now are kind of limited, but as soon as we get those better playbooks in a couple of weeks, when they drop the alternate ones, this will be much easier. So if you're still struggling by then, those be the ones I recommend you guys pick up. But yeah, don't play the hard ones, play the easy ones. And then if you gotta play a hard one, run the Wildcat. That's how you guys go about knocking out the NFL Epic Souls. Get yourself the 5th best halfback in Madden Ultimate Team, Adrian Peterson. Hope you guys have enjoyed. It's been your boy Tex, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
They say money can't buy your happiness, but I swear to God, it's a good down payment. Trying to stuff so many binges in my pocket, you would swear that I was out here trying to drown Franklin. I was bred in the slums, got fed up with crumbs, now you don't play a pound cake. Told me when it was a root of all evil, but I swear to God, I ain't never found safe.